Hey there, Canes fans. I'm McKenzie Tracy, and this is the Miami Minute. Both men's and women's basketball teams will be wearing celebration of Black culture uniforms during Black History Month. Spearheaded by Sherelle Jackson, UM Athletics hosted an event featuring an Adidas presentation on the uniform's inspiration, as well as professors from the University of Texas to discuss the intersection of race and sport. The women's basketball team knocked off number 4 Notre Dame, notching a 72-65 win Thursday night at the Watsco Center. Mesa Hoff led all scorers with 21 points and 13 rebounds, and Beatrice Montpremier finished 18 points and 12 rebounds. The win marked the program's first victory over reigning national champion. On Sunday, the ladies won their 7th game in the last 8 as they took down Pitt. Surge 19 closed its signing day period out strong with 7 new signees last Wednesday. Overall, the Canes brought in 16 high school signees and owned the portal with 8 transfer signings. Now let's head to an exclusive interview with head coach Gino DiMare. We're joined now by head coach Gino DiMare. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So how special was it to have former players here for your first alumni game?
Well, it's always special. I've been to a lot of alumni games over the years, but a lot of them are guys that I coached, a lot of guys I played with, and of course a lot of guys I grew up watching play. So it's always a nice night to have all those former players back here at our ballpark.
You played for Coach Frazier for 4 years, and then you coached under Coach Morris. What did you take away from those experiences?
Well, my 4 years playing here was a long time ago. It was about 30 years, but my experiences playing here with Coach Frazier were certainly a lot of great memories, a lot of great friends. Both coaches are, I always said their careers almost mirror each other, but they're totally two different people. Coach Frazier was more of a kind of a hands-off and let his coaches coach, but he was a great motivator and he was a great leader, and certainly a lot of respect for Coach Frazier. And then Coach Morris was more hands-on. Of course, coaching has changed since then. Coach Frazier had about 7 or 8 assistant coaches. Nowadays, you're limited in what you can have. But Coach Morris was very involved and more hands-on with the team. And, of course, very fortunate to be a part of both those guys' careers and learned a lot from both of them.
Can you walk me through some of the goals that you've set for this team this year?
Well, the first simple one is to get better every day. I think in our first meeting, I wanted to kind of create a culture here that's a little bit more intense, a little bit more, some more energy. I think we've lost some of that the last few years. Of course, that can happen when you lose games. You kind of lose that confidence, that energy, that passion. We need to get it back. We need to win games is going to help too. But I think the main thing is just trying to let the guys understand that we got to get better every day, and doing that, hopefully at the end of the season and developing at the end of the season, we'll be one of the better teams in the country.
And with your rotation filled with returners, what are you expecting from the staff this year?
Well, that's the strength of our team. The starting rotation is a strength, and the overall pitching really is the strength of our team. We have a deep bullpen too as well. So, I expect with our starters to be guys that can go deep into games. I expect our games certainly to be probably a little bit more low scoring, which is fine. Hopefully we're doing a good job of holding other teams to low scoring runs, and we're doing a good job of scoring runs. But, our strength is our pitching, and the big thing for us is to win games. We've got to find ways to score runs. We don't have to be the best hitting team in the country. We need to hit, but we don't have to be the best hitting team in the country. But we got to find ways to score runs, and I think this team and this lineup that we put together, which will be ever changing, because we do have some depth will be a team that can do that.
And how do you think it'll feel when you hand in that lineup card for the first ever time?
I'm not sure. I hadn't even thought of that, really. Have not thought of that. First time I hand out the lineup card. It's been good. We got to play a game in the fall against FAU, and then the alumni game. Those games are all good, but nothing like the real thing. And so I'm sure, the butterflies will be going. If they're not, then I need to get out of this because there's something wrong with me. But the juices are flowing, and they're starting to go now as we're getting closer. But I'm sure, like anything, I'll be locked in and kind of ready to be prepared like I always am before games. It's just going to be a little different because I'm making out the lineup and of course making decisions and things. But I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's all for the Miami Minute. Make sure to tune in next week. Here are this week's upcoming events.